Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Danny Jenkins. He is the CEO and co-founder at ThreatLocker. Danny, fantastic to have you on the show. Thanks for joining me today.
I appreciate you inviting me, Judy.
Oh, pleasure. So now I want to start off by talking about the company. Tell me about ThreatLocker and how does it protect companies from cybercrime?
So ThreatLocker has taken a different approach to cybersecurity where rather than trying to find everything in the world that's bad, which has constantly failed time after time, what we do is we figure out what is needed in a business's environment and we block everything else. And that means games and software that's not needed, but it also means malware and ransomware. And what we've done as a business is we've gone out and said, how do we make this kind of zero trust approach to security easy and viable for all businesses, large and small?
So tell me, who do you protect? What type of companies are utilizing your platform?
So we've got about 45,000 companies using ThreatLocker's product, and they range from small companies through managed service providers. So you might get a local dental office right up to parts of the US Navy, JetBlue, and other large organizations.
And how are you different from others that are in this space?
So most companies are really focusing on, hey, how can we be the best person at finding the threats? And they build these really big threat intelligence teams, and essentially it's a bit of a rat race between the bad guys and the good guys. What we're doing is we're saying, hey, we have a threat intelligence team, we're using that, but also what we're really focusing on is what is good. So we're coordinating with other software companies to make sure that we've got their software cataloged, we're making it really simple, and then as a small business or a large business, you come along and say, okay, deploy this agent, learn the software I'm running, and block everything else from running in our environment. So our intelligence team is really focused on how good software behaves, how it needs to behave, and stopping everything else from outside of those patterns.
Now, you had a recent fundraise, Series D, 115 million. How does this recent funding affect the trajectory of your growth?
So as a company, we have one mission, and that is to change the way people think about security. And when we started ThreatLocker, it was like 0.0001% of companies were using a zero trust approach. We're in the single digits somewhere now, we're not quite sure where. And our goal is to make every company take that approach, because every day we see a new news article, somebody got hit by ransomware, and every day they've got the best detection tools and the best tools. What we're trying to do and what this fundraising allows us to do is get in front of more companies, educate more IT directors, more CISOs, more CEOs and CFOs of the requirement for zero trust, and that allows us to grow as a business quite substantially as well.
Well, Danny, it's been fantastic to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you for inviting me.